Are we working yet? We appear to be working. Are we actually working? We are. It's being all kinds of clumsy tonight. Hi guys, I'm back. Bad news for you. Let us continue with our game. Make sure that part's working. Yes, it is. Okay, everything seems to be working. Took a couple of poking of the buttons to actually get it to work, which was annoying. Alright, back in the electrodynamic Cenobium, where I get to try and do the equivalent of a freaking platformer. Alright, is everybody here? Where is he?
I'm listening.
Okay, everybody is here. Let's make sure.
Do you require inquisitorial?
Look no further.
Yes.
Everybody's here.
I guide humanity.
I will lead us to fortune.
Alright, so we're gonna try this. We have murdered all of these people. We're gonna wait for the electricity. As soon as the electricity's done, we're gonna move. Come on, move.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Don't you dare to cross us!
God damn it. Alright, we load it back up. Good evening to whomever has joined me. It's stopping for a combat that's already completed and getting me electrocuted, and that's, yeah. I was afraid this was going to be an issue. This could be the kind of thing that would sour me on a game. As this game is grossly not prepared for what amounts to a,
I know how to take risks.
to what amounts to being basically a platform.
Beware the ire of the witch.
I always have a backup plan.
God damn it. Son of a bitch. Move. And move. And move. Just keep moving.
Is there money to be made?
Did everybody come? Did anybody get caught behind?
I have a nose for profit.
Authorized.
I'm watching your back.
Just making sure.
I'm at your service.
Everybody.
Did I mention that my... Do you require
Actually
an
got-
audience?
And I'm going to save it over here. Fat Body, good evening and welcome. Hope the weekend is okay so far. Close enough. Yeah, this is an example of a game trying to do something that the engine is grossly unsuited for. And that is having people dart through electrical areas without getting electrocuted.
I've read about this.
These dead heretics are suspiciously different from the others. The symbols on their clothes are drawn wrongly, and standard issue military uniforms show through blasphemous tatters. Was there a dead guy over here? I thought there was. There is.
I will lead us to fortune.
I'm going to lead us to fortune, guys. Really, I promise. If they'll let me click on the dead guy.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright, everyone, just take a step here, please, so that I can click on the dead guy so we can loot him. And tech use, we'll open
This
that up.
explorer tool is blessed with multifunctionality.
Medkit and grenades. Let's see, Abelard. Let's give some grenades to Abelard, I think. That went to Adira, who doesn't need one. Abelard, however, could use one, and I think one in... Oh, Amigos already has one. That'll do.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
The bodies of careless cultists have been thoroughly fried by an arc of the motive force. Yeah, they got pretty much bzzted, well, which I managed to avoid with some difficulty.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Well, what exactly is the prize? We've got a cultist gunner. I can't imagine going there. They're going to take that with a grin. Well, let's see. That was in the middle of... I have no idea if there's anything there or not. Looks like there's a thing of loot, but yeah, there is. I'm not that interested in loot at this moment. I think we're going to have to fight this out. I think
Keep your wits about you.
Gonna require us to fight it out. I mean, when I was over here previously with just Pascal and everyone else was on the other side of all the lightning, there was an option about dressing up in cultist clothing, something like that, but it doesn't look like that's here anymore. So it looks like we're going to have to fry him. No, maybe now. Yeah, okay. Crowd of cultists is surrounded a tech priest, crucified upon a mechanic. That's not actually crucified. I mean, crucified implies the crucifix. You know, he's being quite painfully, I presume, hung from his wrists and beaten. Crucified upon a mechanism, a rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blends into some blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges of the motive force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and forcing woeful cries of pain from his lips. In the clenched claws of stagnation, in the shackles of iteration zero, under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. Pascal's mechadendrites spring into combat mode instantly, and a wrathful rattle comes from his vox. I am registering a severe violation of the purity protocol. The blessed Amarnat has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Are you sure that's Amarnat? Confirmed. I do not observe his face, but I recognize his words. Let the cycle be discontinued is the blessed Amarnat's motto. How is he bearing this torture? A devotee of the Omnissiah is capable of withstanding great bodily torment with no loss of functionality, but where flesh reinforced with sacred iron will persevere, the purity of spirit may perish. I've noticed that myself when I'm getting tortured. I hypothesize that the heretics have made the blessed Amarnat a participant in some variety of a sacrilegious ritual. Through sacrilegious torture, they are trying to break his will and turn him into an unholy terminal with which to control the reactor's outer power circuit system. Cassia. The tech priest's colors are stained with grime. They are diluted, painted over with rotten, yet his heart still holds a cinder of bright red. This dying flame can be ignited anew. I'll look around the hall. Ah! The heretics have taken up positions everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hiding in the passages leading to the hall. For now, they're all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest. We must save the esteemed tech priest without risking his life. Pascal. The mechadendrite points to the corpses of heretics lying around. We can use the blasphemers' clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them, and thus cleansing the hall of heretics. The lightning discharges have charred the cultists' corpses. Whiffs of smoke rise from empty eye sockets whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes are covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over with emblems of the archenemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. Heinrichs, the signs of the archenemy, are not just painted symbols, but conductors of its will. The words of their prayers, even spoken without faith, their coats of arms, even deceitfully worn, all this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you and draws their corrupting attention to you. Cassia stares in horror at the corrupted clothes and scattered human ashes. Do not make me! You do realize this plan sounds like suicide if it helps to save a worthy man. I'm actually curious to know what it's like to walk in a heretic's shoes. We will not allow corruption to touch you. We will vest ourselves in faith and kill every last traitor. Are you suggesting we pass on the chance to kill them with our own hands? Forget it. I'm not missing out on the fun. What is the essence of your plan? Uttering a litany of actuation for the power units from the Luminodeacon's command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactor into the hull. The distribution servitor is keeping its output within set parameters, but upon receiving an order to increase it to peak values, it'll turn this place into an electric trap. That would be the place you would have to go. One or both of those locations. Or 3 of those locations. You do realize this plan sounds like suicide. A sound similar to a laugh escapes Pascal's vox. This statement is true. Then what do you propose? To flee? I have tried to employ this behavioral strategy in the past. It brought my soul no relief. You would disgrace yourself by donning these tainted rags? Pascal deadpans. The only unbearable disgrace is that of a duty unfulfilled. The rest is merely spiritual attrition. Well, let's see. Iconoclast, heretical. If it helps to save a worthy man, I will put on the cultist's robes. I pray the Omnissiah gives the blessed Amarnet enough fortitude. Iconoclast +2. Time passed. 5 minutes. The heretic's garb clings to your skin like a greedy leech. Tingling and foul fever spread over your body as though these tatters have imbibed the vile contents of their former wearer's soul. So that's a bad thing, right? I'm gonna save here, because this seems like it'd be an easy one to screw up. Uh-huh. Sheep in wolves. In wolf clothing. There we go.
Is there money to be made?
We'll see if we can succeed at this. Okay. Distribution servitor. A heavy crown of golden neural augmetics rests upon the servitor's head. The crown is bent and broken from ruthless gun butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions carved into the withered flesh. Pascal, I identify this acolyte as a distribution servitor. I am registering upon it traces of sacrilegious violation of the right of operation. The probability of its responsiveness to commands is below average. Coercion, tech youth. Carve my name into the servitor's pale flesh. Tempting! Let's try to conduct a restart ceremony. Tech youth succeeded. For the glory of the Omnissiah, let this machine spirit sleep, that it may awaken and serve again. Pascal gently touches the servitor's crown, activating one of its segments. Let the outer neural connection circuit be plunged in darkness. Another touch, several lights on the crown go out. Let the command response hub fall silent. 28 XP. Pascal switches to Binharic speech, accompanying his every action with a line from the sacred hymn. It's amazing how the reverent awe in the tech priest's voice can be discerned even through the rattling vox. Suddenly every light in the servitor's crown comes alive. A shower of sparks bursts from the augmetics on the servitor's brow, and several black ash-tinted tears run from empty eye sockets. Ready to serve. Energize the hall's power units to maximum. It will be done. Alright. Got that. So, I think the next one was goes over here.
Take heed, Rogue Trader.
Motive force field seals the passage, threatening to incinerate anyone who touches it. Yeah, we found out about that.
I always have a backup plan.
Safety system control altar. The altar is adorned with gilded skulls, threads of metal that used to be electus? Oh, electrical tattoos, I'm guessing. Are fused to the bone. Once majestic, the altar has now been desecrated with blasphemous images of blue-green suns. Some of its levers and buttons have been pried from their sockets, but the mechanism still glorifies the Omnissiah with operation. Continue. Pascal, I identify this as the safety system control altar. For our diversion to succeed, this blessed machine must be executed, and may its spirit forgive us. Forgive us, honored machine spirit. We are obliged to interrupt your work. Pascal, a mournful Ben Herrick requiem pours forth from Pascal's vox. Cause the altar to overload. Jesu Domine. Tech use succeeded. Pascal offers a short Ben Herrick prayer, then enters command after command to set up a trap for the machine spirit inhabiting the altar. The code born out of the tech priest's tinkering causes the spirit to flutter confusedly in a snare of impossible commands. Heat up the altar circuit boards and perish forever in the shower of sparks that burst forth from melting wires. So maybe he tried to divide by 0. That could be it. Or maybe had him decompress one of the logic bombs that you can make really easily with certain data compression. May we be granted the Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am registering a general shutdown of the security system. Destroy these. That's 2 down. Utter the litany of actuation from the command throne. You want to handle this one on your own? No?
Ready for data input.
Cultist gunner, grim-looking heretic walks up to you, resolutely blocking your path. He studies your disguise with suspicion. You note that his left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right eye has 4. I don't know you. Who are you? Why haven't I met you before? Lean uncomfortably close. Are you sure you want to remember my face? Curious people like you would rarely live very long. Let's see, a smile mysteriously. Perhaps the master has blinded your eyes to trifles, so that they may behold what is true. Warlord succeeded. Warlord. May our master blind you too, brother. Gains 28. A tech priest's corpse, his throat slit, sits upon the splendid command throne, laced with finely wrought motive force paths. A contorted expression of righteous anger frozen on his face. A black blindfold covers his eyes. This is the Lumino Deacon's command throne. This is where the power unit actuation and shutdown litanies are recited from. The blessed Lumino Deacon himself has the honor of closing the circuit the motive force flows through. Pascal, kindly sit down on the throne and recite the litany. I'll sit down and recite the litany of actuation. I'm about to greatly honored or else thoroughly charred. Maybe both. Pascal, handle that. Pascal freezes, and a quiet whisper comes from his vox. Request denied. I am not authorized to sit in the Lumino Deacon's command throne. Such an act would be considered sacrilege. Pascal, saving the relic and your mentor justifies a minor infraction of the rules. Persuasion test succeeded. Pascal casts a scrutinizing glance at you, nods reluctantly. Situation deemed an emergency. I request the Omnissiah's forgiveness for the transgression about to be committed. The tech priest's body winces from the motive force discharge, but his vox begins to recite the sacred words of the litany as his fingers activate the command runes with precise, unhurried movements. I am recording a successful activation of the power units. I hope we still get to loot their bodies. Was that a little dark? Maybe so. We all just leveled up. There's all of me. All of me is over there. Okay. It looks like we do get to loot all the bodies.
Knowledge is eternal.
Oh, guns and armor. That's all going to turn into trade goods. We still have plenty more to loot. Everyone?
I always keep my options open.
I always keep my options open. Yeah. Or, I mean, you know. Alright, well, how about the tortured tech priest? Tortured tech priest. In the cycles of the foreordained, there lurks the flaws of worship. The tech priest's body convulses. Pained, plaintive creaks of binheric prayers come from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Oh, this does not sound good. Pascal studies the tech priest's face carefully. His vox system moans in tragic vibrato. Subject unidentified. This is not the blessed Amarnat. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Gain 6 XP. Who are you, servant of the Omnissiah? The fire of the hearth sent forth sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Hanuman. So that might be Pascal's brother? We don't know yet. The tech priest looks over at Pascal for a brief moment. His speech becomes clear. Maybe father? The echo of my call has reached you. Good. The iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. Pascal, what design? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Rykad Minoris? What for? I categorically demand an answer. What design? An intention both bold and honorable to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension. A plan written so that the righteous may follow. And trust in the great pattern of revelation and uniform progression towards it. Those are his words. I have not heard them in so long. Ask him about Amarnat. You came here because of him, after all. No. He came because of himself. Myself, to redeem myself, to correct a mistake, possibly. But how do you? Abel. There's a look of gentle condescension in Abel's eye. Strange, given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all this is predetermined by an iteration. A devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. You can talk once we get him out of here. Abel, a cold premonition rakes the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightening. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. Pascal. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred unguents staining his sleeves. His vox rasped soothingly. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. Do you know him, Pascal? The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalog. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. Examine the tech priest. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augmetics is charred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into his sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It's amazing how robust this tech priest's life support systems have proven to be in maintaining the spark of life in his grievously wounded body. Let's try to take him down from where he is. I have to say crucified. His arms are up over his head. That's not crucified. Anyway. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive, in the darkness. I heard their prayers. Find them. Save them. Recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden. Trader Van Kalox thinks the priests are hiding somewhere near the circular cogitator. The Lord Captain knows that the entrance to the priest's hiding place is located near the circular cogitator and can be opened. Okay. Abel, a blast of motive force runs down the tech priest's body and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Malformed Benheric code, repulsively jarring on the ears, pours out of his vox. Is he going to turn into something unpleasant? Pascal. Information archived to the effect that the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the Electro-Priest's hiding place. I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of schismatical, an unholy imitation of the machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the Texorcism protocol. Dogmatic, grant the Emperor's peace to the tech priest. Let the tainted be eradicated. Yeah, he was going to go all wrong on us. As mangled as it is, the tech breath's body still clings to life. It takes several blows, shots really, to end his corruption-tainted existence, but even after that, a repulsive giggle is heard over the static from his vox. So, is he going to stand up anyway? Pascal's mechadendrite touches the dead man's head carefully, grips his neural augmetic in its claw, and extracts from its socket within the utmost core. The skull bone cracks dryly, and brain matter taints the sacred metal. Rest in purity, tech brother. The knowledge you have attained through your efforts will be preserved and purified. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive towards uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to this servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engine seer, dun dun dun, on your ship in exchange for the right to follow and conduct my own investigation. Sure, and we've leveled up. Let's take care of that. Levels all around, everyone. You people at home, enjoy your levels too. Let's see. Intimidation. Non-area attack inflicts the intimidated hit by attack. All enemies in a 5-cell enemies are intimidated. Perfect spot. While in cover. Cover efficiency and ballistic skill. That does seem pretty good. I'm going to go with perfect shot. Hey man, nice shot. I think these unlock once we hit like level 10 or 22. Guess they're all level locked basically. Base skill. Let's see, awareness, carouse. My carouse is bad. That's the one thing that was reduced. Good evening. What's up? Ceiling. Oh, never mind. Well, let's see. Our carouse was, we took a big hit to our carouse when we were, you know, creating the character. Why is my coercion minus 20? Let's add to our coercion, though. Next up, Pascal. Tactical knowledge. Intimidation. How about a little intimidation? I already have that. So how about not intimidation then? Joint analysis. Yep, that's my elbow. How about some more lore xenos for him, I think. Sooner or later, we're going to be running into xenos. If you're not familiar with the terminology of Warhammer 40k, the xenos are the other non-human races, who are essentially, by most humanity, seen as evil and must be exterminated. So that's a bit of a bummer for them. Let's see, strength. Willpower? What's his willpower? Willpower is high already. Let's give him some more willpower. And let's see. Coercion's not bad. A little more carousing, maybe? How about a little more carousing? I like the idea that our Inquisitor likes to carouse. You know, you torture hard, you party hard. Alright, toughness is locked. Weapon skill, I think. More weapon skill. And on top of that, maybe athletics. Coercion, demo. More demolition, probably, because we're not currently... Our best demolitionist was... Argenta, and she's not with the group right now. As we were limited, you know, we had to choose. Someone had to stay behind and watch the kids. I don't think any of us actually have kids. I know I actually have no kids. I hope. Of which I am aware. Sanctic powers, concentration of faith. Sanctic powers cause pious psychers to protect and smite heretics. Biomancy. A little more biomancy couldn't hurt. Ooh, wait. How about instead firestorm? Psychic power only impacts creatures suffering from warp burn. Suffers the effects of ignite psychic power. This psychic power only impacts creatures suffering from warp burn or burning. Well, now. Orchestrate flames. The target does not stop burning and no longer makes tests to stop burning. Well, it seems, though, that Firestorm, you have to hit a burning critter. I don't actually have any of the skills yet that I'm aware of. No, that's right, there's somewhere I do have a pyromancy staff. We'll go with... biomancy. Scrolls down here. Let's see. Base skill persuasion, Medicae. She's already got Medicae. More awareness for her, I think. And Cassia. Everyone's favorite Cassia. And by favorite, I mean capable of murdering batches of people. Can target allies that have at least one melee weapon in one of their weapon slots. Reveal the light. The target ally gains to their willpower and toughness. Notch of Purpose designates a square. The enemy closest to that square immediately moves up to 4 squares towards it. Multiple enemies the same distance, they all move. If the targets move, even if they're stunned or immobilized. Oh, that's a little creepy. Held in my gaze. Waking Nightmare sounds like fun. The enemies suffer big penalties. Zone of Fear. Willpower or immediately move out of the zone. Held in my gaze. Mend reality. Veiled degradation. All allies gain against warp damage. Oh, a nice buff. A damage buff. That looks good. Eye of Oblivion. Every enemy the Navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge or hit chance removed. That seems pretty good, although most of the time, if she has enemies in her line of sight, she's killing them. You know. Characteristic training. Perception. Yeah, let's give her some more perception. Alright, everybody's got their levels now. run over here and, you know, and more goods. There. Oh, we got goods up there.
Darkness lurks beyond the bright flashes. No, two darknesses.
Can you have two
One
darknesses?
streaked with red, with clanking shackles and false preaching. The other a bilious yellow, the tang of roiling blood and screams of pain.
We don't get much in the happy
Colors
stuff.
of
Have you
this
noticed?
place are flecked with sparks of pain. Bright scarlet, blackish crimson, deathly grey. A kaleidoscope of despair and madness.
Everybody I group with, they're just a bunch of bring downs. I mean, I don't mean it to sound negative. Do I have a very funny college story to share? I was on the speech and debate team in college. At one point, one of the guys on the team, an older guy, he was probably in his 40s at the time, I was in my 20s. He was a former Marine and a former police officer. And he was a dual major in sculpture and philosophy. And he comes in to the team room one afternoon as we're getting ready for class. And he goes, "You know what we learned in philosophy today? Thingness. We learned what the quality is that makes a thing a thing." Yes, speech and debate team. Forensics. Intercollegiate speech and debate. Are we missing anything else in this area? Doesn't look like it. Let me go ahead and just save here, just because this is we've had good success here. Lens, post. Bzzzt. I had a lot of fun in speech and debate. My first year I did both. My last 2 years I actually skipped debate because debate was a
Let
lot
us
of
not
work,
dawdle.
and I was just more interested in having a good time. One of the things I think it's turned out to be very helpful in streaming. That in being on the speech and debate team, especially the individual speaking events, you learn to present and keep up a running line of conversation to fill empty space. And good evening, Z. Hope you're doing well.
Rise to the top, or
Been
get
a bit.
left in the dust.
You are, as always, quite welcome indeed. We've been in here before? I don't think we have. The cogitator's green screen lights up as you approach it and displays the flashing message. Pilgrim, only the words of the first galvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Oh my God, these messages again. So we have looped all the way around. So we're back here. There's a place back there somewhere that we haven't found a way into yet. What was that? Is that more goods? More goods. 8 Magnus class rechargeable batteries. That seems nice for us. More goods here. Gotta have tech use to get it open, but fortunately.
The machine god grants me insight.
Okay, so this is that back area. All right. Well, this is where we came in. Been through all of this area before. That is the puzzle that we don't have the answer to, and it will require as many as 125 guesses to find out what the answer is. Machine Alter accepts the contact circuit. Secret door! Hi, guys! Everyone doing okay? How have you been? We killed all your enemies. They're dead. And stuff. Dar Impulse 6, a shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars, steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he's showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos, or electus. See, I was right. That was what electus were. It's a goofy-sounding word. Although, I have to admit, I would more likely be interested in getting a tattoo if the fucker glowed blue. Show through this oddly bluish tinted skin. Dar Impulse the Sixth. The man's eye sockets are dark and empty, yet he turns to face straight towards you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice, not unlike a bird's cawing. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. Pascal, may the motive force persist in his batteries. Make the sign of the Aquila. The Emperor protects. The man responds curtly, as if giving a military command. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Well, that's nice for him. Does he help you with, I don't know, your driver's test? The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobian receives you, pilgrim. I am Dar Impulse the Sixth, servant of the motive force and the praetor electroid of this sacred monastery. Bow to your partner. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of Binharic signals come from his vox, to which the praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pascal turns to you and says, the rank of praetor electroid is a sign of high standing within the electro-priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor. Abelard, you have the honor of hosting the Rouge Trader of House von Valancius. I urge you to follow proper etiquette when interacting with the imminent bearer of the sacred warrant. The band? Warrant? They're still alive? 38,000 years from now? Well, that's just not fair. Within these walls, worldly titles are nothing before the motive force. Your deeds, however, speak louder than titles, for your path here is sprayed with the blood of desecrators. Nice. Lenz von Valancius, blood sprayer of desecrators. That'd make a nifty business card. I have a few questions. Why are you calling me a pilgrim? What happened? How did you manage to survive? Dar Impulse the Sixth. It was you, was it not, that Logos Abel came seeking an interpretation of his data pulse? Data something? Dar Impulse. Yes, Tech Brother Abel arrived here to engage in magnetic meditation that would help clarify his visions. Unfortunately, the heretics' machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. The esteemed Logos volunteered to help in defending the monastery, but contact with him was lost soon afterwards. What sort of visions was he receiving? The Omnissiah's revelation was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping it fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within, or more exactly, the secret design, which was how Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind had discerned in the world around him the traces of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. Tell me more about Logos Abel. We did not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in his chapel. The Omnissiah has given the tech brother Abel a gift of great insight, which allows him to discern each individual facet of existence rather than the overall view. Fat Body is correct. So what you're saying, Fat Buddy, is that cherry pie is the reason they're alive 38,000 years from now? Cherry pie. Was that Warrant? I don't think I even want to think about it anymore. Thanks, Fat Buddy. Which allows him to discern each individual. This makes his logic different from other people. Well, Uncle Tom's cabin is Rush, right? His mind has always been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among my flock found his sermons poetic. I see. I hope the Omnissiah preserves Tech Brother Abel's life, that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has tapped into. That didn't actually work out. What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended in droves upon this cenobium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the Omnissiah's warriors under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defenders' sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered my surviving brethren to retreat to the monastery's secret chamber. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, for the task of taking back our abode still lay ahead for us. Heinrichs, I must commend your skill with your secret chambers are concealed. You hear a tinge of wounded pride in Heinrich's words, as if he's upset about failing to discover the Electro-Priest shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There was no point in losing more lives in the massacre that the cultists wrought. Dara Impulse VI, the leader of the heretics, fought her way into the Ark wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She is trying to desecrate the rite of operation with her unholy litanies, so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Rykad Minors may perish in a fount of fire. But my brethren, in their magnetic meditation, are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands that the blasphemers enter. This holy place will be protected against sacrilegious practices, I swear it. In the monastery, I was attacked by people who looked like electro-priests. That is a lamentable mistake. We knew of no help that was on its way. And we're not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. My enforcers, the governor's guards, can help you reclaim the monastery. You made the right decision when you chose to avoid combat and save yourself. A true person of faith would never have hidden. Scoff. I was under the misconception that anything resembling a fighting spirit could be expected from humble priests. You made the right decision when you chose to avoid combat and save yourselves. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy. Watching unholy intruders stampede through the chambers of my temple, we all envied our brethren who had fallen before the sacrilege began. Why are you calling me a pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross the monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of electro-priests, but your intentions are good. If you were not seeking the Omnissiah's wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here. Okay. I wish to get to the holy reactor. Doors open. Help yourself. Requires dogmatic. The Ark is hidden from pilgrims' eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to this monastery, I grant you that right. The hall that leads to the High Reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I will open a secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, pilgrim. We will pray to the security systems that they may refrain from punishing you for your intrusion. Oh, okay. I have a few questions about this place and the people in it. Truth is like light, and blocking its path is criminal. You are not like the other members of the Adeptus Mechanicus I have met. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every electro priest is given numerous electus. Would I be happier with electrus? No, I think electus. That combine in a blessed Voltageist circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. That's why our skin glows with its light, and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. That's, and people think fraternities have got rough hazing rituals. At least their eyes aren't boiled. The omniscience tears is what we call this phenomenon. This dying away of unworthy flesh as we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world and gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire bodies. But who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of this cenobium, electropriests of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Corpuscari did us a great honor by entrusting into our care the sacred relic around which the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium was built. Tell me more about your relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed existence, and fear the might of the Omnissiah. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to Rykadman Norris by the holy warrior of faith, Locke Impulse I, during one of his campaigns. Its sacred spark has not gone out for an instant, and the walls and power units of this cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant lay people as well as protect them from its formidable might. I don't think I need to know precisely what they believe in. I understand now. I am pleased to be the conductor of the truth. I must press on. May the charge of the Omnissiah's grace persist in the batteries of the faithful. Yeah, that. I think another save. How about... It's a big fusion reactor, and we're going down there. We're going to see what's waiting for us. Oh, we have goods. We need to confiscate these, brother, for reasons. Thanks. Totally not based on money, though. That was, we need those. Okay? Seriously. Would we lie? Into the bowels of the monastery. Did we have to use the word bowels to describe it? Uh-huh. We're here. No, we're here. And that's where we're currently set to go. What do we got? Well, the thing is, we shouldn't find any bad guys around here, right? Because they couldn't get in. Ah, so this is probably the door that they're trying to get in through. The baddies. Are we the baddies? Something. Gleam of the final dawn. Reach the reactor. Deal with Aurora. That's believable as a reactor. Fusion? I don't know about fusion. I mean, everyone's been saying fusion power has been coming in 30 years, for about the last 50 years. So maybe it still finally got here somewhere in, say, 20 to 25,000. Aurora, the face of a woman who stands before you, is hidden behind a grotesque bard mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It's the husky, somber bass of a void wolf, a border of ships. How predictable your path is, how static. All the possible deaths you have skirted only to perish here in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pascal and gloats. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. Pascal's vox rasps musingly. The cog cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like a crimson herald of bloodshed, and his drilling mechadendrite whirs viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust, I will build order. talented enemy. Can you do the governor's voice? I have to go with the smartass response. Aurora, I cannot. Slaves such as you and he have no voices. You are mute. The woman's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch and timbre. A martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in, a blind slave to what is gone, a faithful servant of what is to come, or a corpse. Heinrichs, I would take some time to wrest from you the details of the future that your cult prophesies. Hopefully when we're done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. Cassia. She squints and looks away. Yellows, reds, violets, oranges, blues, wild colors that scorch the eyes. But where the motley mask ends, nothing but a colorless void remains. Enough, I'll rid Reichad Minoris of your tyranny, dogmatic attack in the name of the God Emperor. Your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Kunrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plans sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. And who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of Uralon the Cruel, the spark of the new dawn that is destined to set Reichad Minoris ablaze. A great path for one who was born into the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the edge of daybreak. Whose servant are you? Is Uralon a demon or just another heretic? Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom, and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. The edge of daybreak, is that your unholy patron? Our teacher, our savior, our merciful God born in the immaterium, out of woes of whose laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. So what is this final... Oh, and he remembers you, Lenz von Valentius. The silly savior fantasy you have been acting out amuses the true masters of those people's fates. So what is this final dawn? It is all your followers ever talk about. Salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Coronis expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help? Or the idol of iron they call the Omniscient? No. We will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the edge of daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to those who believe in him and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Everyone born in the Imperium has a predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administratum official, the technomat, the void rat, all are consigned to serving the Golden Throne, and then dying a grim death for its glory. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they are the most easily replenished of all resources. Well, true. Even your path is predestined, Rouge Trader. You will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruits of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, the eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Terra, and other safe worlds. They insist that it is the natural order of things, but that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. Why are you blinding people? Do you think they're blind? They see far more than you do. Through reflections in mirrors blessed by the energies of the Immaterium, the edge of daybreak reveals to them visions of true existence and gives them glimpses of what is to come. The eyes lie. Our erstwhile masters have taught them to see only what is consistent with the lies they tell. The gift we give is that of true sight. The woman takes a glass prism out of the folds of her clothes and looks at you through it with a mocking chuckle. The prism's bluish-pink sheen imprints itself on your retinas as though it had been burned into them. Guess what I see when I look at you? Adira, in that case, you should consider losing the eyes too, sister. Because your visions are all wrong. My whispers are telling me something completely different about who dies here and how. I won't spoil the surprise, Let's just say it'll come as quite a shock to you. I think enough of that heretical talk. Conversations about truth always frighten ignorant minds. Enough. I'll rid Reichad Minoris of your tyranny. Execute them in the name of the Edge of Daybreak. Oh, she's got friends. The electric priests rip their hands off the command panels. I didn't notice there were any others around. Rending their flesh on the stakes that pierced them, as the schismatical controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force's radiance. All the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plead for a swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. Willpower test succeeded. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name the heretic keeps repeating, Edge of Daybreak, digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. Its sound is almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. Gain 28 XP. However, you manage to muster your strength and banish it from your mind.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Okay.
Come to chaos!
Oh, we've got lots of cultists around. We have many cultists. Handle it. Here, oh, well, I know who's going to take care of them for us. All right, Adira is there, and Cassie is there. Excellent. Adira. We'll start there. Cassia. We'll start there. Pascal. We'll start there. Abelard. Start there. Heinrich. We'll start there. And Lens, we'll start here. Adira! How many can she get with her electrocution?
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Looks like she got 5 of them. Let's see. She'll buff up Heinrichs.
Was that you? Or
Rounds until the reactor explodes. 3. Oh, I hadn't noticed that until just now. Okay.
Death to non-believers! Death to the weak!
Killed one of his own guys. Always welcome. Oh, she's got some sort of bubble around her. Alright, well, if Heinrich moves here... What's he got? Yeah, that hits both of them. Okay, that takes care of all... Oh, no, there's another one. Electro Priest. Oh. Do we have to kill the Electro Priest? Okay. What's keeping the power up? I don't know. This is going to be difficult. Yeah, we can't target her because she's got a shield around her, so presumably we're going to have to take out the priests. assuming the Electro Priests are the ones who are sending power to her shield. Let's see. That's an Electro Priest. I doubt I can get a shot on him, but I'm going to start moving in that direction. Oh, I've got a shot on him.
Another enemy down.
All right, got him. Rounds until the reactor explodes. 4. Okay.
Dare you!
Cassia. She's going to get 4 of them or 5 of them there. Maybe more. Not hitting any of us, is she? No, good.
The navigator's
5 rounds
might.
until the reactor explodes. What'd she get? 5? At least 5. 5 or 6. Nice work, Cassia, as always. Alright, let's see. She can give another character an extra turn. Cassia can. Grants an ally an extra turn with 2 AP and no movement points. Okay, that's not helpful. Abelard will start sprinting as best he can.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Can he reach that Electro Priest? I don't think so. Not quite. Maybe next turn. Pascal is also going to be running as
Export is now
fast as he
one
can.
route. Forward.
And 5 to 7. 5 to 7. He tries a burst fire.
The scriptural proclamation of Messiah condemns you.
6 rounds until it explodes. Yadira. Let's see, so.
Cover me!
I'm sure there's nobody else in range. She can't hit that guy, so okay. Heinrichs. He can't not get through that way. That's disappointing. I went that way hoping I could get through. A raid? That is a raid, and this time, either the follow or the raid, one of the two actually made Streamlabs make a noise. Good evening to all of you. A party of 6 from RV027. Thank you very, very much for the raid. Good evening, guys. I'm just killing some heretics, you know, the way you do. I hope your stream was great. I hope I can provide some small amount of amusement. Beat My Walrus and I Am the Ashton have both followed. You get my one and only spiel. Well, down with the heretics, obviously. But it's a little more important if you not just down with them, but murder them a lot. For those of you who have followed, I have just one spiel. Here it is. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You are most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follows. Hi, guys. They won't just fall. We're gonna, you know, some of them we're gonna electrocute. Some of them we're gonna show the Eye of Chaos to. The Eye of the Void, it's not clear. Cassia, she hurts people a lot. So I made a mistake with Henrik's last turn. Nothing I can do with him but try and get him into a better position. I'm in the middle of a big fight against the bad guys. It's 5 rounds until the reactor explodes. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that when a fusion reactor explodes, that's probably bad. This is my namesake, Lenz von Valancius. Do I have a shot on the Electro Priest? I
won't stand for it.
No, I do not. Let us take that fellow.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
And I turned him into giblets. See, that guy's just not a very good shot. All right, Cassia. Well, we're going to keep moving Cassia as far and as fast as we can so that she can continue to, you know...
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Show the bad guys the lidless stare, which does an awful lot of really unpleasant things. Abelard will continue to charge as well. I think he's going to have to go around that direction.
Follow my lead.
Good work, Abelard. Pascal. He should have a shot on somebody, or multiple shots on somebody's. 45% chance on that. 26. Let's try and take that one.
The omniscience function successfully.
Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the lurk. Both are appreciated around here. Alright, still 5 turns until the reactor explodes. Ow! Idira's back up again. I don't think she can manage a shot on this guy. Maybe.
What? Of course.
Oh, she got him. Yeah. Oh, definitely got him. Heinrichs. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. We're gonna leave him here to try and deal with her.
I need a foothold.
Don't think he can actually hit her. No. She's in some sort of vulnerability thing. Which is nice for her, I guess, you know. And Lens again. Is it just the priest? I think it's just the priest.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Nope, I don't have a shot on it. We've got more of them over here. I don't assume I can get a shot on any of these either. No, doesn't look like it. Cassia.
Emperor, give me strength.
Nope, nothing in that direction. She's not there yet. Abelard will continue his long run. You know, Abelard's good, but frankly, he's slow to get into the combat. And he's too far away to use the shotgun. Don't suppose he can sprint into range. No, not yet. Pascal.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Does he have a shot on the priest? Doesn't look like it.
Request denied.
Alright, how about that one? That'll work. reactor explodes. It's possible I am basing all of my actions here on a mistaken impression that if I nuke out all of the Electro Priests, that her shield will go down and we can deal with her. That may be a mistake. In which case, I'll have to backtrack and we'll have to do the whole freaking combat again. Hello there.
Not this Greyer's job.
Not quite there yet. Heinrichs, still stay right where you are.
I don't need luck. I have strategy. I refuse.
Alright, can I hit one of these guys? Say him? Why?
I won't stand for it.
Damn it. Alright. Cassia. There's priest and one. So she comes over here.
If I may.
It didn't hit them. That's unfortunate. Abelard can continue sprinting.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
That's great, Abelard. Thanks for sharing. Pascal. All right, Pascal will get there.
Advancing.
And hopefully...
Running by narrative. The Omnissiah condemns you.
Did we get both? We did. That just leaves one, I believe. Just that one last Electro Priest. And Adira should have an angle on him,
There
I
is
think.
movement in the Empyrean.
She sure does.
On it!
He's not dead? How is he not dead? Nothing's ever survived her sting before in the past.
Let's make some opportunities.
All right.
On it.
Okay, that was, in fact, the answer was to kill all the priests. Aurora, enough. Now an aged, rattling voice speaks to you from behind the blood-stained mask. You are powerless to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means existence has made its choice. Now you will see it too. A dagger flashes in her hand and she drives it into the control panel with all her strength. You know, they always tell you, like, don't stick a screwdriver into a toaster. That's why. A blinding voltaic arc bursts forth from the broken control panel and strikes Aurora's uncanny mask. Its metal heats up. Smoke billows through the bars. With a howl, the cultist collapses. The light is gone. Was that it, the final dawn? But why was it so different from what our teacher promised? She shakes her head blindly, her voice now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You'll pay for this! Ugh. The woman's body goes limp and collapses to the floor. Her iron mask hits the ground with a dull thud. Gained 37 XP. Pascal examines the corpse with contempt and concludes dryly, confirming purgation and termination. Gained 140 XP. Henrix grimaces in disgust. The heretic took her secrets with her. Pity. Cassian. The Motley Hues have rejected her. Motley Hue? Probably a better band. Have rejected her, leaving only a grayish-green thread, the noose that the heretic put around her own neck. I have seen this many times before. No one can escape fear itself. I said it would come as a shock to her, didn't I? Her eyes literally sparkled with astonishment. That said, my friends from behind the door won't calm down. They keep sneering and guffawing as if the joke's on us and not her. Heinrichs approaches Aurora's body and leans over. A minute, please, Lens. I need no more than a minute. Lore Xenos 25. Inspect the control panel damaged by Aurora. Test succeeded. The cogitator is probably well beyond repair, but your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and towards the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On closer inspection, it turns out to be lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. Its pommel is decorated with a strange adornment resembling an eye covered by a scaled lid. What remains of the blade has a blue sheen to it, the same tint as Kunrad's weapon during the mutiny on your void ship. 28 XP. This is no human-made object. It was grown from wraithbone, a material favored by the Eldari. They used to call them elves, but they don't own the rights to elves, so they went with the Eldari. As you lean over the shard, you suddenly hear a multitude of voices. They blend together, and individual words are distorted, as though they are mocking your attempt to grasp their meaning. The nagging whisper is like the burning red scratch of an unholy claw in your mind. Heretical. Surreptitiously take the sword shard, dogmatic. Heinrichs, take a look over here. Is this by any chance what you're looking for? Toss the shard into the depths of the reactor. I'm going to go dogmatic on this one. Heinrichs raises his head, gets up and makes a wry face, carefully examines Aurora's weapon. This unholy object is the work of inhuman hands, and judging by the cold I'm sensing, it's a tool of the archenemy. I am most grateful for your vigilance, Lens. Heinrichs takes the strange shard out of the control panel and studies it for a few seconds. Curious. Stows the corrupted object away and turns to you. Rouge Trader, on behalf of the Holy Ordos, I thank you for your cooperation and release you from requisition. From this moment on, I am at your service. I am ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem it possible. That is, if you do not have other business in this system, in which case I am prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Remove Aurora's mask. The helmet is firmly attached to the heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of her mask, but after peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if for a moment you saw something move. Oh! That's probably not great for her. Let's finish cleansing this monastery, Pascal. Executing. Let the Omnissiah-given motive force flow and all obstacles in its path be eradicated. The power must flow, along with the spice. Miraculous fusion reactor. Well, it's a nice fusion reactor. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say it's miraculous. We've got cultists and more cultists and lots more cultists. Let's loot their dead bodies. Kind of what we do. Avenger gauntlets. Gem of Dark Vitality. Oh, very nice. Blasphemous Prism. A glass prism crafted by the cultists of the Final Dawn. Belonged to their leader, Aurora. If you look through it long enough, your vision begins to deceive your mind, showing what could be instead of what is. Ooh. Sure. We're just going to do a quick run around here to loot all the dead bodies. You know, the way one does. We'll let Cassia do this. It grosses her out. That makes it funny. And then we'll trade these goods to others. After all, I'm a rogue trader, not a rogue charity giver. And that is all but one. We got one left back over here, yeah. We got something over there. Oh no. Everybody. Everyone remember where we parked? sure that we're not missing anything, you know, of value, story-wise, or more importantly, monetarily. Well, I think we cleaned up. We'll go back on up. Talk to the man in charge. Electro priests. Dar Impulse. Really? Dar Impulse doesn't have anything. Oh, there you go. A hallowed electrodynamic cenobium greets its savior, as you should. The bow. It could have been deeper, but it's fine. You've had a big day. Yes, it does. That's all you got for me is the same thing? May the charge of the Omnissiah's grace persist in the batteries.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
And you? May the charge... Yeah, okay. I think we've got everything they've got for us.
I always have a backup plan.
Yes, my backup plan is to reload the backup. It's a pretty good plan. Are the electrical things here still? Yes, they are still going. So we won't be getting those goods or the other goods. It's not worth my time and effort. What do we got? Okay. A guarded shuttle's ready to escort. We've already taken care of all that. We dealt with Aurora. We dealt with all of that. Okay. Errands. Whoops. New blood. Right. We need to go back to Rykad Minoris and get more people. Call to the edge. Become a god to your subjects. This quest is a little bit worrisome to me. The powerful warp entity promised the Rouge Trader might and power if he managed to become the new champion of chaos. Yeah, you know, it always sounds good, but I'm just not convinced that, you know, chaos
Keep your wits about
delivers
you.
in exactly the way you might expect them to. They say they're going to make me a god. I got doubts. Oh, it made this little chirpy noise. It's like a Guild Wars 2 Vista. Speak with the wardens. Death to the profaners who have defiled the sanctity of this place. Yeah, we took care of that already. Return to the Void Ship. Then back to Rykad Minoris, where we need to get a few thousand additional workers for our ship that were casually promised by the governor. Oh yeah, we got a couple thousand we can give you. Sure. Take them.
Rouge Trader.
Heinrichs.
I was somewhat brusque at our first meeting, and I would like to make up for it by expressing my thanks for your assistance in the electrodynamic cenobium. Your arrival could not have come at a better time. Thanks to you, I have succeeded in finding the object that brought me to this system in the first place. Now that the weapon of corruption has been seized from the cult, I can satisfy the Lord Inquisitor's wish and travel with you to Footfall, once you have finished your business on Rycat. There is one more thing.
No, there's always
The
one more
Lord
thing.
Inquisitor gave me this item some time ago. He must have thought it likely that I would find myself aboard this vessel sooner than he. I was instructed to deliver this device to Lady Theodora. However, given recent events, I believe I ought to present it to you. This is an elucidator, a sacred machine capable of translating the languages of remote and lost worlds into Low Gothic. It can even process xenos languages to a certain degree. Not without infelicities, but possibly
Infelicities.
well.
Nice use of the word. Thank you. The Inquisition's generosity is greatly appreciated.
May the elucidator serve House von Valancius as faithfully as it has served the acolytes of the Holy Ordos up to now.
Give Heinrich's Kunrad's blade. The trader Kunrad Voitvir had this item on his person.
I suppose it could have some connection to the object of my search. Thank you. I will examine it later.
What do you think will become of the electrodynamic Cenobium?
It all depends on the electro-priests who survived the attack. Fortunately for them, the cultists did not manage to seriously corrupt the holy site, partly thanks to the priesthood's efforts. Nevertheless, I would not be surprised if the local explorator fleet decides to audit and purge the damaged units once it hears about what has happened.
Yes, purge the damaged units. What do you plan to do now?
I would like to offer my assistance in resolving your immediate problems. I am aware that the ship suffered considerable losses during the recent mutiny and was damaged by the cultists' actions, and you have lost many valuable officers as
Pardon me
well.
on?
You are in a difficult situation. I am at your disposal.
Well, I must return to my duties. Heinrich's about to say something else when he's interrupted by a sound of a Vox signal. Someone's trying to contact you.
Thank you for your time. Please consider me at your complete disposal while I am aboard your vessel.
All right. Voxmaster Vigdis, congratulations on the victory, your lordship. The entire vessel was impatiently awaiting the news of your expedition's success. The rumors about you not simply saving the Tech Priest Monastery, but actually eliminating the source of the mutiny are spreading like wildfire. The Vox transmissions from across the world speak of nothing else. The Governor Medina is expecting you at his command center to discuss matters. We are ready to depart immediately. Just give the order. 50 more XP. Polished skull of some unknown xenos. Here we are back in our home base. My personal cogitator, the vault. I don't think there's anything we haven't poked at previously here. To the Void Ship Bridge we go. We are ready for any orders, Lord Captain. All is well on the bridge, Lord Captain. As it best be when I arrive here. I have a nice chair. Was I supposed to talk to her? So, yes, we have to go back to Cassio Aurelio. Alright, let's see. We have to talk to him. Talk to the governor. That's exactly correct. Starport bunker. Bunker. I think we will continue going with this group for now. Abelard may end up getting yoinked, though. As good as he is in a close combat, we haven't really had much of that. So in most of the battles, he doesn't do much. Anything that comes close to him, he divides neatly into conveniently organized packages of flesh that can be doled out as one wishes. But Argenta wasn't much better and was more annoying. interesting. We go to the upper way. Oh, to the void ship. Right. Everybody right there.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Lens will talk to the governor. Greetings again, your lordship. Master von Kalox, it pleases me to see you in good health. I hope that you accomplished what you intended at the electrodynamic Cenobium. He nods without saying a word. After an uncomfortably long pause, Medina clears his throat and quickly turns to you. I can't express how grateful I am for your help. Now that the insidious heretics' designs have been thwarted, nothing stands in the way of my plans or yours. With Aurora dead, the spirit of the revolt is waning. Entire squads of rebels are surrendering. That seems like a really poor choice. Surrendering as a rebel? I mean, maybe it gets you a quick death instead of a slow death. We are witnessing the final days of the uprising. I have already signed the order to allocate 2,000 first-class Voidfarers to you. Their transfer to your ship should begin any minute now. 6 XP and 5 profit factor. More money. I would also like to salute the savior of Reichad Minoris, and I have already a festive celebration to be held in your honor. We will celebrate your victory with an ancient custom, the Triumph. You will drive through the city streets, accompanied by a guard of honor as befits a hero who has vanquished the Imperium's enemies, while your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds. Let me know once you've concluded your business in the system and are ready for the triumph to begin. He's ablaze with enthusiasm. Why is it that I suspect this is not going to go as well as I would like? Adira shrieks and blindly reaches for the air in front of her. She rubs her eyes nervously. Oh, for Grox's sake, what the... Lord Captain, I can't see a thing. Only darkness. Pitch black darkness. You being facetious, ma'am? Pay no attention, Governor. She's a little off her rocker. Tempting. Another prophecy? I have no idea. Darkness just enveloped me. Bam! Like some kind of veil. But I've not gone blind. No. It is the darkness I see. It's the only thing I see. No idea what that means. But the whole thing reeks, Lord Captain. I don't like the look of it in the slide. Oh. It's gone. Medina breathes a sigh of relief. You have no doubt been through a lot lately, ma'am. Small wonder your vision had a dim spell, with all the shooting everywhere, let alone all these maimed and maddened insurgents. It'll be all right. Festivities will distract you, and you'll feel right as rain again. All right, let's go with the Triumph. Excellent. We'll see each other at the square then. May the light of the throne be with you. This isn't going to end well, is it? And its Governor, honor the captain with an ancient ceremony of the Triumph. Yeah. Fly to the upper way. Fly down. To the upper way. I would like for this to be a psych job. That they've got me as I am, thinking, well, something's clearly going to go wrong, and instead it's just a really nice triumph and I get some XP. Because so far, everything has been awful in every place, in every way, with the worst possible stuff happening to everybody. Just to mix it up a little, so it's not a continual litany of course, more heretics. Yep, more heretics. Look, look. More heretics. That's the Master of Ceremonies, huh? Enforcers, Master of Ceremonies. Your Lordship, peerless Lord Von Valencius. I am the Master of Ceremonies of Reichad Minoris. Everything's in place for your triumph. Allow me to give you a brief summary of the upcoming events. You will take the road, now familiar to you, From here to the starport, you'll be accompanied by your comrades in arms and a guard of honor. The body of the heretic known as the Prophet Aurora will be pulled in your wake as a battle trophy. Well, that's a little over the top. A stop is planned in the middle of the road. Their grateful citizens will rush towards you, praising you for their salvation. Yeah, why is it I don't think they're going to be praising me? Not to worry, this is a thoroughly choreographed interlude. The group of the grateful people will be composed exclusively of loyal citizens vetted by us, members of the military, young people, attractive and physically fit, a few healthy children. Once they've said their praise, the procession will move on. Governor Medina will await you by the starport. It is also where the pyre has been built for burning the body of the heretic known as Aurora. You'll be handed a flamer, blessed by the representative of the ecclesiarchy. You can choose to personally perform the burning, but if you wish to underscore the amicable alliance between House von Valancius and House Winterscale, it'll be fitting to pass the honor of the burning to Governor Medina. However, the choice is yours. An excellent plan. I'm ready to start. This is disgusting. I don't want a stage show of gratitude. Allow the ordinary people of Reichad Minoris to speak to me, or skip this farce altogether. No. Give me the triumph. I know it's going to go badly. We all know it's going to go badly. Well, they are cheering. Mount the tank and commence the triumphant march. A lot of enforcers around. That should be good, right? Reduce the chances for anything to go wrong. And if worse comes to worse, I just button up the lid and drive back to the starport. Glory to the Redeemer, glory to the von Valancius dynasty. Reichad Minoris welcomes you. Look at that distinguished old fellow walking behind the Rouge Trader. May your glory shine through the ages. Reichad Minoris will remember you. We should have found a spot by the starport. You're going to burn the heretic. Make way, let us greet the hero, a small group of festively dressed people. Here we go. Pilot Raquel, glory to the von Valancius dynasty, glory to Lenz, a hero of Reichad Minoris. A stately, beautiful, finely dressed woman calls out your name in a sonorous voice. It isn't until you take a closer look at her face you recognize her as Captain Raquel, the pilot you met on Raquel Thelia. Grateful citizens wish to present gifts to their Redeemer. The master of ceremony's sugary voice almost brings a taste of honey to your mouth. For whatever reason, you know for certain that right at this moment, the gaze of Aurora's dead, empty eye socket is fixed upon the back of your head. A thought surfaces in your mind, not a voice inside your head. No, a mere thought. They're all going to die, befuddled, deprived, never having seen the truth, and it's all because of you, enemy mine. Greet the people. It's my pleasure to protect an Imperium world. Address the soldiers in the cordon. Stop the ceremony. Turn around. Take a look at Aurora's corpse. Nothing. Nothing is strange. The crowd's salutary clamor. The prophet's motionless corpse. Only the air is oddly still as before a thunderstorm. What? What? They're coming out of the darkness. They're stealing the light. The darkness is insatiable, and behind them, behind those thieves, an ineffable eye follows, watching. Ah! Cassia, I'm sensing something boundless, blue, golden, dark. Heinrich's grimace contorts Heinrich's face. The interrogator lifts a hand to his temple, as though struck by a sudden migraine. What? Aurora, behold, the final dawn. The game ends here, with us losing. I knew it! Wait, why am I back on the Void Ship Bridge? How'd we get there? Did it reload because I died? Something to the sun? sort of enemy ships. That's probably not great. So the sun has been devoured? Black hole sun, won't you come?
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Alright, how many cultists are we talking? We got enforcers for friends. Ah. So we do have a setup or not? I'm not sure. Let's see. Just trying to figure out. All right, so that's I hadn't noticed that before. Okay, we've got good. We've got all of the baddies. All right, where's Adira? Cash in. Let's see. If we move Cassia to here, she'll certainly be able to get those 3, maybe those 4, but probably not all 4. She's over here. Maybe here. No. I'm trying to find the best spot for her to unleash her scary abilities. She should be able to get 3 or 4 if she moves to. That's an enforcer. She say moves to here. Oh, okay. So yeah, we can't. It's a prepare battle. Get your character's position. I can't move them, so. Okay, so Cassie is there. And I think she's going to be in that purple, whatever that purple is. And I don't want her to be in purple. So I'm going to move her here. Whatever that purple is, it's probably not good. Let's move. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Abelard can start here. He'll be able to take that acolyte and remove him from harming Cassia. So we'll start Abelard there. Idira. We'll start there. Nope, that's Abelard. Sorry, mistake. We want Abelard there. And we want Idira. There. And we'll harness with her. He can start there. And that just leaves me, your hero, Lens. Everybody's hero, Lens. I mean, they were all cheering for me a minute ago, so I'm the hero, right? Let's start there. Alright, here we go. Cassia. First up. Let's see. That's going to get... She can move, so I think if she moves to here, she should be able to get 4.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Is that going to get one of the guards? I think that is, damn it. There, that one. Right? That one. Alright, that should get 4. 5. It should get 5, at least. 5, I think. That's 5. Idira. She's going to do something similar. She should be able to get 3, maybe 4.
No can do.
What? Why no can do?
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Why no can do?
That is not my destiny.
I don't understand why I can't use her ability.
What is this foreboding?
Is she too close? I don't know what the problem is. Maybe the magic, the awful magic of the place is stopping her. I don't know. So, but she's got a gun. Nope, she can't hit 2 there. She'll take
Will
1.
do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Weapon at the ready.
Stop it!
Mystical forces at work must be stopping her, but they can't stop a bullet. Well, yeah, it's they can stop. I mean, we've got the purple, and she was suffering some weirdness. It seemed. Oh, and now we've got ghosts walking through. It's weird. I'm gonna go with weird. Let's see. Okay, well, you can run it this.
At your beck and call. 1, 2, and target.
And swap to the shoddy.
I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
Okay, good work, Abelard. You got a twofer.
Brace yourself, Avalon. Follow my lead.
Heinrichs. There's one over there. Okay. Heinrichs can move to here.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
What? Work the Emperor. Iron Arm. Invigorate. Breakthrough. No. We're going to. We're going to put our bullets to use. Run with this one.
I serve the ruinous powers. Such is the will of
Chaos guides me.
Let's see. I took a little bit of damage.
I'll see to it personally. You never stood a chance.
I bring ruin.
There are lots of them.
I am your doom.
Ooh, that enforcer
Out of my way.
is hurting. They kill one of their own again, or did they kill one of the enforcers? Pascal. Let's see, Machine Spirit, Communion, all weapons in a huge area gain additional effects. Medicae, Mechadendrite. Machine Spirit Banishment reduces damage from the target's attacks. I think we want to kill the fire starting cultist. one of the enforcers hit something. They killed 2 of them.
I serve the ruinous power.
Promote that man. Round 2. Do we have any coming from this direction? Doesn't look like it. Any over here? Doesn't look like it. Move Cassia to here.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Mend reality. Not exactly sure what it does, but then there are so many skills. I have no idea what most of them do. She can boost again. Well, that's going to get 2 of them. If she hits there, she'll get 3. 3 is better than 2.
Throne
She got
take
4.
you.
Better yet. 4 is even better than 3.
Stay vigilant.
Crush the feeble.
Abelard. Under there. Don't think he's got an angle. Nope, he does not.
My faith strengthens me.
Heinrichs.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Be gone.
Good shooting, stabbing, whatever. You know, shooting and stabbing. There's no angle on that one, apparently.
Not sanctioned to do this.
Break their morale.
Nice shooting, and the enforcers are picking up their game a little bit here now.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
Nice spray of blood and giblets.
Your blood will flow!
Pascal. Sounds like he's getting a bit irked with them.
Explorers know one route. Forward. Running binary. Beyond the side.
Got 2 of them. Nice shooting, Pascal. Enforcer got the other one. I think, what is there, 1 left, I think.
Death to non-believers!
Says the guy who's about to be dead.
That is foolishness.
She doesn't have a shot. Adira?
But of course.
Just a minor
Why
setback.
are we standing in the purple goo? They move us into this, so we're standing into the purple goo. That's great. Oh, Boxmaster Vigdis. Calm bead comes alive. Lord, Stan, this is Master. Please send a damage taken. What's going on? Captain, interference. Repeat. Pull yourself together, Lady Talas. And do not resist. It's a simple technique that will bring you relief. Heinrich leans over Adira and puts his hand to her temples. Friendly agents of the Inquisition make me so nervous. I'm not being friendly. What's happening is beyond normal cultist scheming. We can't afford to lose a single fighter. Red, black, and lots of blinding white fear. The whole city is quaking. No, the whole world. Less talk, more action. What's Vigdis saying, Lord Captain? Are they going to send a shuttle for us? We must move out towards the starport at once. The shuttles aren't going to find us here, even if the comlink stabilizes, which it won't. We're en route to the starport. Boxmaster Vigna. Starp. Bling. We observe a disparate star from evacuate. Comms fall silent. Many eyes stare at you. I'm under no obligation to save anyone. It's every man for himself. Not abandoning people in distress. Everyone can come with us. Does anyone have any idea what just happened? Heinrichs, only an incomplete picture. Every warp active person on this planet is sensing the presence of sorcery. It's rising like a tsunami. I have hardly ever encountered anything like it in real space, and most remarkably, the sorcery is still growing. I cannot, however, say what set off this reaction, or where the light has gone. Dira is holding her nose, trickling with blood. I saw blurry shadows reaching for a ball of bright fire and pulling it away, and another shadow, much larger and more terrifying, that followed them. It opened its colossal eye when the others were gone with their loot. I saw no connections, no complicity. Pardon the yawn. It was like a loop catching on a hook. A small terror made another greater one crawl out of its lair and act. That's the best I can explain it. But what I can say is that I only see death in Rikad Minoris' future. Death and nothing else. And I mean immediate future. In other words, time to leg it. All we can do now is try to make it to the starport. Bad news, but not unexpected. That's it. Let's move out.
I won't go down easy.
Get out of the purple, everyone. Oh, but, you know, grab the loot while we're here, because, I mean, you know, we're here. There's the eastern side. Where's the starport? Well, that's the only exit we've got available to us. Won't it take a minute or two, you know, to collect a little bit of loot? No. Not in the purple. Yeah, we'll just boogie from here, I think. That is the only exit we've got available to us. I mean, even in Warhammer 40k, occasionally things don't get monumentally worse all the time. Over time, they get worse. To the starport. I'm sure we won't be ambushed or anything. I'm going to... Oh boy. Did you think you had one enemy mine? You vanquished Twilight. You cut down Aurora, but she was only one of us. Do you hear me? From the depths of dead stone, from his prison of cold metal, he will rise. The hour is nigh. Depths of dead stone, his prison of cold metal. That sounds like one of the, like, terrifying beings from the distant past. I have levels. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment. Cheer things up a little bit with ballistics calculation. Operative attacks. Target is affected by exploit from distance. Attack deals 15 plus damage. Sure, why not? Ballistics calculation. Weapon skill, ballistic skill, more ballistic skill. Next up. What do we got? Advanced skill, lore, xenos. Sure. And more ballistic skill. Next up, Heinrichs. Enrage. Oops, psi rating +1. Yes, please. And let's see. Demolition is locked. Medicaid is okay. Corrosion. More carousing. Because it's really hard to have too much in the way of carousing, I've always said. If my life has a meaning, that's the meaning. Advanced skill carouse. Interesting. We can give him advanced carousing. More weapon skill? More weapon skill, I think. And maybe some athletics. More demolition. He has to be like John Spartan, a demolition man. Ah ha ha! Movie reference. Old movie reference, but it checks out. Another psi rating for Idira. And for her, more perception. And lastly, Cassia. And she have... She didn't have anything advanced? Really? That's not fair. Disappointing. Perception, willpower. She already has both of those. Ebb and flow. Every even turn gains an additional action point. Sure. Commerce and persuasion. More persuasion, I think. All right, we give everyone their levels. Go ahead and save as trying to escape.
Is there money to be made?
How many righteous servants of the Imperium were felled by a weapon intended to aid them in the struggle against the faithless? Shot down in flight, with no chance to defend themselves or to complete their mission.
We've got cultists. Actually, maybe we can go around.
Damage is
Damn it.
negligible.
See, the pathfinding on that should never damage your character. They should always avoid it by default. Oh, we can't get through that way, can we? No, we're going to have to get through here and then over there, okay? I don't think. Let's check and see if there happens to be a way through. Below, maybe. Doesn't look like it. No. Comes over here. Right, all right.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Oh! Okay. Get your characters into position. Where else do we have? This is the way we have to head, and then over here. Right. So, there's a bunch of them. What we can do is we can put Cassia here. How big is this boy? 50. He's pretty big. We'll put Cassia here, I think. And Idira. Abelard in prime position to charge. similarly. Pascal. Start over here. And that leaves a lens to start. So Cassius first. She'll take a single step
I have
forward.
read tomes of military tactics.
And this is going to hit a lot of them and noticeably not improve their day.
Me?
Did some damage to that. Killed most of the guys who were in sort of the range of it. Abelard. He's going to reckless strike. And he can't charge? Oh crap, did I screw this up?
My place is at the fore. Indeed, target well struck.
24. It's almost dead. Well, close to dead. Abelard. Slashes through an enemy to the cell to the enemy's opposite side. Cost 0.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Okay. Brace for impact. For 1 round, the Navy officer and their allies gain a bunch of goodies.
Victory is imminent.
Victory is imminent.
I serve the ruinous powers. Such is the will of chaos. I bring ruin.
I won't do that.
Don't quite have the range to charge that, sadly. All allies will get... That seems pretty good. Let's see. Target games. Friendly. Here.
Everyone, step aside.
11, 7, 11. Alright, killed that first big ugly anyway. Oh, multiples. That's not optimal. They have 50 hit points each. If she hits him, that's the only one it gets. It's just him. If she moves... over here.
I know what is to come.
She hits him. Or she can hit that one.
Anything else? Be gone!
High momentum.
Pascal. Non-area attack. Inflicts the intimidated effect on the first hit of all enemies in a radius around. He's going to move to there.
Activate calculate fury algorithm.
Strike.
Significant value.
Death to the weak!
there still one hiding there that I can't see right behind the body? Are they dead? I think they're dead. There's one back there. I have the range. I don't have a line of sight on either of those. I do on him.
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
I missed? Something that big? Doesn't seem likely to me.
Accept your loss.
Supposed to get a free attack. I didn't get a free attack. Oh, I did. It just didn't show. The animation on that wasn't clear. All right.
Crush the feeble!
Cassia.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Abelard is burning. A little fire, Scarecrow?
That's actually sound approach.
Not sure. I don't think he's got shotgun range or targeting on him. Doesn't look like it.
I serve the ruinous power!
Let's see. Moves to there. Do we have shots? I can't tell. Moves to there. Probably.
Get me a target.
Nope. Idira.
Cover me. I'm not so sure.
She does not have an LOS on that. Alright, Pascal.
Request approved.
Did not do much damage. Oh, I guess he did more than I thought. Okay.
Chaos guides me.
He's dodging Cassia. Well, a little bit of lens.
I'll see to it personally. Your end was inevitable.
Alright, that's me. Dead.
Will of chaos!
She's got momentum. Finest hour grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. During the extra turn, there is no attack. Huh.
I'll paint your death in colors.
That sounds nice. I like colors.
It's as good as done. Best defense is a good offense. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
And now Cassia.
Isn't this a just case the navigator's might?
That got 3 of them, including the second one of the big chaos beasties.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. Follow my lead.
Again, I don't think he's got a line of sight. He does.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Reduced to dust.
I bring Rouge.
There's still one over there. Heinrichs can move to there. And should be able to fire off at him. No. Missed. Okay. Adira.
There is movement in the Imperial.
On it. Farewell.
I remember him. Alright, we have triumphed over the stupid heads.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, I believe we needed to come over here and then down here. And then around to the starport. I'm trying to get us to the starport before I call it an evening. I'm guessing there's at least one more attack coming.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, there we are. They are coming, one following in the other's footsteps. The aurora of the morning and the aurora of the evening. That's Aurora's ghost. It's nice to see her. They're coming step after step, the eyeless followers, the voiceless heralds, the great master, and behind him his loyal apostle. Okay. Anything else? Hear this, enemy mine. We are mere shadows, followers. You are yet to meet him who has endowed us with secret knowledge. Okay. Want to prove that? That is, of course, if you survive this day, the day of the coming of the final dawn. It's a nice trick that you're, talking and dead. To the starport. We'll take all these. Find a shuttle. As finding a shuttle will await the next time I play, which presumably will be tomorrow at the usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe. I'm going to call it here. Ugh, I need to get up and stretch the old bones and all that stuff. I want to thank you all for hanging out. I am very appreciative. I want to thank the 2 new follows. That was Beat My Walrus I don't approve of hitting any aquatic mammal. And I am the Ashton. You're the only Ashton I know, so yeah, you are the Ashton. And RV027 for the raid. I hope you guys had some fun tonight. I am enjoying the game. I do have just 2 complaints. 1, the map is terrible. And 2, it's a bit repetitive with everything goes bad. Everything goes bad. Everything goes bad. Just to have a couple of things that would go, you know, in a surprising way, I think would make the actual supposed surprises like this a little bit more, have a little bit more traction. Because it's been a continual fustercluck. Now, I understand that is pretty much in keeping with Warhammer 40k. But still, some narrative lulls would probably be a good idea. And sort of the non-stopness of it is making it actually feel a bit samey where it shouldn't. But that's it. The game is really good. I am enjoying it. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I do need to take a day off either tomorrow or Monday. So I'll drop the information on the Discord. I assume I'll be playing tomorrow, but I'm not positive. Regardless, I will be back at Warhammer 40k, Rouge Trader. Seems like a really solid game to me. So, I will be back then, probably tomorrow, if not on Monday. Hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great rest of your Saturday night and a terrific Sunday. I'm back tomorrow or Monday, one of the two. So, have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now.